What is this flower and why is it so important to the Greek underworld? Hello everybody, if you are new here, my name is Lady Aria. I am a Hellenic polytheist, occultist, chthonic practitioner, and King Hades devotee. Tonight I have my candles lit. As you can see, I found this beautiful arrangement of the narcissus flower, commonly known as the daffodil. And if you are a chthonic practitioner like me, you know how important these flowers are for the season what we are about to come into. If you don't know or are just finding out my channel, stay tuned because I'm about to share with you the symbolism and the importance of this beautiful flower and the stories behind it. Alright, so if you are familiar with Greek mythology, you may know a bit about where this flower in particular gets its name. In Greek mythology, the narcissus flower is named after a young man, Narcissus, where we get the modern English word for narcissist. And this young man was very full of himself and he scorned all of his suitors, and the gods decided to punish him with being in love with himself due to his own arrogance. Now, he fell in love with his own reflection in a pool of water, and longing for himself, he ended up reaching for his reflection and drowning himself. Now that is where the name of the narcissus daffodil comes from. But this flower actually plays a significant part in the Hades and Persephone story, specifically the Homeric hymn of Demeter. The significance of this flower is that when Hades had his eyes on Persephone, he created this flower. It is said that he created this flower to capture Persephone's attention to lure her in. And in the Homeric hymn to Demeter, Persephone, as the goddess of spring, was amongst other virgin goddesses and picking flowers in the field, and this flower really captured her eye. And as she started grasping it, the ground opened up and Hades came with his chariot and took her into the underworld. Now, this flower has a big significance because it is one of the first flowers that we see show up as a signification that spring is arriving. These are flowers that come from bulbs. A lot of Hades and Persephone devotees really love to plant them because the symbolism behind it is that as the bulb needs to have that frost period over the winter, usually people plant them around October, November, it needs that frost period from the winter. Much like how Persephone is the queen of the underworld for that time period, while Demeter freezes the world above due to her despair, right? But when spring arrives, she emerges, she makes her anabasis to the world above and shines her beauty. The flower has a lot of meaning to the meaning of death. So a lot of death witches, death practitioners like me really enjoy giving these flowers as offerings to the dead or seeing them start to show up near graveyards and cemeteries. They usually, for me and my experiences, really love to grow by the gates of the cemeteries that I am around. This flower has a lot to do with the symbolism of transformation, healing, death, rebirth. This flower is also a poison if you want to get into a little bit of the botanical herbalism parts about this. Be very careful with using this flower. It contains a very deadly toxin, and you can't really put this flower in a vase with other flowers because the water that secretes from daffodils is highly toxic and it'll kill other flowers, but it could also be toxic to you as well if you digest it. It is a very beautiful and poetic flower. It could be really helpful and spells for pathways, healing, transformation again, beauty, giving it as an offering for Persephone to symbolize her return to our world from the chthonic kingdom. It's very important. If you are really close to Persephone, you can kind of see yourself as a daffodil, kind of like making your journey through sprouting through the seasons. It is a very beautiful flower plant to work with. And though she could be intimidating due to her poisonous side, I find her to be very helpful as a flower, as a plant to be guided by.